Thank you for joining us for a special KBRFradio.com video streaming production. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company and your Otter Tail Power Company pregame show. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating with your game time and temperature. Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary with your keys to the game. Olson Oil Card Express and your Olson Oil Card Express postgame show. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Otter Tail County AIS Task Force. Liberty Business Systems. Service Food of Fergus Falls Monument. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated. Otter Tail Coaches and FM Bank of Fergus Falls.
7 in the CLC, 7-3 in Section 8-3A. Currently third place in Section 8-3A with a rank of 31 in the QRF. Willmar scores 55 a game and gives up 47 per game. Otters sitting at 18-7, 11-4 in the CLC, 8-2 in Section 8-3A, currently the number 2 seed in 8-3A, and number 14 in the state in the QRF. Otters score 65 a game and give up 42 per game. This is the Otter Tail Power pregame show. Nick Keel with you here tonight. Derek Sidian is producing the video as always. Doing a heck of a job for us and we appreciate him. We lost the Sports Open, so we apologize to the sponsors, but we will be mentioning all the sponsors throughout the broadcast here. As previously mentioned, it is senior night here at the Roosevelt Otter Fieldhouse Gymnasium at campus of Roosevelt Educational Center. So we'll talk with Josh Steer about the seniors that are going to be wrapping up their careers in his program as well. We will check in with the keys to the game with Viking Cafe and the Fergus Apothecary. We'll also have the Nelson Auto starting lineup, the Minnesota Motor halftime show, the Olson Oil Card Express post-game show, and of course the Quality Toyota Lake Country Graphics player of the game as well. We're going to take our first break here from Roosevelt Education Center. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up with head coach Josh Steer after the break.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Here at Roosevelt Education Center, the Otter Fieldhouse Central Lakes Conference finale. Head coach Josh Steer joining me now. Senior night, Josh, let's talk about that first, right? Your chance to recognize seniors have been in your program, and really, these girls have been in your program the entire time, right? This is your 4th year as a head coach, so kind of your first group really to come through that's been with you the entire time. Let's just make sure we mention them all. Of course, Bryn Sternberg, Julia Hychek, Morgan Welly, Bella Anderson, Ari Kruger, and manager Addie Curry.
Yeah, they're a great group. You know, I couldn't ask for a better group going all the way through. Bryn Sternberg's been a 4-year starter for us, which has been really cool to see. Addie Curry helping us out on the manager's side has been really fun. That for her to stay connected to the program over the years, and then Bella and Juge have been great contributors, and Ari and Morgan too throughout the years. We just can't thank them enough for all their dedication to the program and all the amount of time that these kids put in, both on the court and off the court, with volunteering and things like that, and just giving back to the program, giving back to their communities, and that's really what it's all about, because you're trying to teach them life lessons. It's an extension of the classroom, but yeah, these girls really embody what it means to be a good citizen.
And you and I talked a couple times throughout the year. It seems like a group that really gets along. And, of course, anytime you have seniors, it's pretty rare that you have all your seniors that are playing a lot, right? So you got Morgan Welly and Ari Kruger, who haven't played a lot of minutes. I certainly haven't seen any attitude from them at any point in time, being around them before the games, after the games, locker room. Something to be said for teammates like that as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody has a role on this team, whether it's a starter, whether it's coming off the bench, or a bench player that's deep on there. That's just one of those kids that's an energy kid, and they can bring the enthusiasm too. And you need all kinds to complete a program. You can't just play your starting five, and you can't just play the first on your couple bench. So, it takes every kid, and we really appreciate the attitude and the effort that they've given over the years, and especially their senior year.
Okay, so senior night, we got a little bit of throwback stuff. You got the seniors decorated in the hallway, which is pretty cool. Also going to do poster night tonight, right?
Yep.
So people are going to come out, and the girls are going to sign the posters afterwards, which is always fun for them, fun for the kids to come around and get a poster, fun for mom and dad to have that as momentum for graduation. So you got that going on tonight. Let's talk basketball a little bit.
Yeah.
Last time I talked to you was before the Crosby-Ironton game, and we knew that was going to be a tough test. Ended up on the wrong side of things there, 76-54. Talk about that game a little bit. We got to see one of the best players in the state, and she wasn't overwhelming, but she ended up at 38 points, 17 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Yeah.
I thought was quiet.
Yep.
But so, when you're that good, sometimes people don't notice how big a game you're having.
Right, and she does it the right way, in my opinion. I love the way she plays the game. I love the way that she attacks it. She scores from multiple spots. She works really, really hard. Offensive rebounding, cutting really hard. She can kill you. She can get you from the outside from 30 feet on a three, and then she can be right underneath the basket, getting her own rebound, putting it back in. So she just works really hard. Was a class act. Really carried herself well on the court. I have a lot of respect for her playing the game of basketball. So it was fun to see. Yeah, you're right. It was a quiet stat line, and it was a really impressive one.
Yeah. Talking, of course, about Tori Orline, one of the best players in the state, and destined to be either the top or second leading scorer in the state, depending on what happens with Madden Greenway. So that was a 76-54 loss. Talk about some good and some bad things from that. Obviously, ended up on the wrong side of that score didn't make you feel good. Started off really well that game, right? It looked to be like, oh, this is going to be a super fun Saturday.
Yep.
And then we kind of hit the wall about 7-8 minutes into the game where we just couldn't get points on the board, and they kind of kept right on rolling.
Yeah, Gino from UConn, he always talks about good players versus great players. Great players, they take it to you when good players get tired, because great players don't get tired, and Tori Orline doesn't get tired.
No.
So she just kept going, and we hit a wall, I think, fatigue-wise. Struggled a little bit to put the ball in the hoop, and our defensive energy wasn't great. After about the first 8 minutes, I thought we played really well the first 8 minutes of the game, and then after that we hit a wall, and they kept going, and they didn't get tired, and we did. But I did like our zone offense as the game went on. I thought we figured some things out attacking and getting to the basket and getting the ball into the high post and stuff like that. So there were definitely some positives.
Okay. Turned around then on Tuesday and went to Sauk Rapids Rice. Won by a final score of 93-20. Bryn Sternberg set a Otter assist record that night with 14 or 15 assists, taking over for Brianna Rasmussen, who had held that obviously since early 2000s, mid 2000s.
Yep.
Talk about the victory against Sauk Rapids Rice.
Yeah, kind of just what you want to do. You want to go down there and set the tone early and get out of there healthy, and we did that. It's a struggling program. Doesn't help that we're kind of on the upswing a little bit too, being in the top part of the conference, and they are on the bottom side of that. So, they're struggling to find some answers, and we went in there, we got the job done, and we got out healthy.
So you get back, you talked about health. We got Julia and Bella back this week. Bella looked like she was kind of trying to feel her wheels out a little bit the other night, maybe not overly confident. She in better shape tonight, and how's Julia feeling?
Yeah, I think both are going to be ready to go. It was a good game for them to get their feet wet and get back into action. I think Juge was a little bit winded early. She came off and said, "Yep, I needed the break. I needed the break right now. It's a good call." On the substitution and stuff like that. So she knows her limits a little bit, and hopefully that's getting a little bit better here with having a couple more practices and a game back under her belt. And I think Bella, she's dealt with an ankle injury at the beginning of the year too, so she knows her body and she knows how to respond. And I think it was a good confidence builder getting her back in the game on Tuesday night.
Because you got to have a game, after an injury like that, especially an ankle, to get a little confidence back. And I'm sure she won't be all the way back yet tonight. But let's talk about Willmar a little bit. Defeated Willmar 47-37 January 16th at Willmar. Forced 17 turnovers in that ball game. Held Willmar to 26% shooting. The difference from the stat line that I saw was 3-point percentage. You guys were 8 of 25 for 32%. Willmar only made 2 of 17 for 12%. Yep. You end up with the 10-point victory. Last 4 games with Willmar, you've won by 7, 2, 8, and 10.
Yeah.
So it's been a team, and we've talked about it on air, off air. The zone has given us troubles. You felt like you figured a few things out against Crosby. I think you kind of figured out a few things last time you played him as well, Willmar. Just didn't shoot it very well till the end of the game when Bryn and Ruby kind of came through with some threes. What do you expect to see tonight? More of the same from them?
I do. Given those scores, I think they're feeling pretty good about where they've been. I think they'd like to be on the winning end of a couple of those. But I think that they're pretty happy with keeping us in the 40s and 50s. I think 50, 52 maybe is the most we've scored against them. But, it's going to be one of those games where tonight I think 50 wins it. I think if you get to 50, it wins it. I could be wrong. Maybe everybody's going to fill it up tonight. But I think it's going to be a defensive battle. And some fans might appreciate that, and some fans might be kind of bored with that. But, this game might be played in the 40s and the 30s. First one to 50, I think, wins.
So let's talk about the keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Viking Cafe and Fergus Apothecary. For me, on a night like tonight, I think it's crucial, and we talked about this, to put some doubt in their mind, and a good way to do that is get off to a good start, right? I think winning the rebound battle against them is important. And then when you have a chance to transition and score, you got to convert, right? Because you don't want to sit there and play half court against that zone all night.
Yep. We have to look to run, pick our spots. I think still pushing, even though if we can't get a layup off of it, I think pushing their defense to get set. When the ball gets a little deeper in the zone, I feel like that's going to help us a little bit. And then we have to take care of the basketball, and we have to limit them to one shot of possession because, I think that they struggle a little bit on the offensive side to score, and we can't give them more opportunities to do that. So we have to limit them. Got to keep them off the glass. Malachik's really good down there. Got to keep her off. Talily's really good at getting to the ball. So we got to keep a body on her. And yeah, we're going to have to take care of it because in that zone, they're long and they sit in passing lanes and they kind of bait you into the pass that looks like it's open and then they close the door. So got to take care of it. Got to transition both offensively and defensively. And then, yeah, we got to rebound.
Well, thanks for joining us, Josh. I know you got to get down to your club. Next week should be hosting a playoff game Thursday, right? Probably 7 o'clock. Yep. Site to be determined whether it's going to be here or the Gold Gym. Most likely, I think 100%, it's going to be St. Cloud, right?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
And then you'll have a chance, hopefully, to play against Willmar again, one of these two gyms as well. So, best of luck to you tonight. Everybody stay healthy, and we'll talk to you next week for the playoffs.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Josh. As head coach Josh Steer of the Otters in his 4th season for the Otter Girl basketball team. You're listening to the Otter Tail pregame show on 1250 KBRF. Also streaming on the Fergus Now app on the KBRF YouTube channel if you want to go ahead and watch the video and listen to the simulcast at the same time. We're going to check in with our sponsors. Thanks again to Otter Tail Power for the pregame show. You're listening to girls basketball on KBRF.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Olson Oil Cart Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Cart Express, supporting Otter sports. The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Welcome back to Otter Fieldhouse, campus of Roosevelt Education Center in Fergus Falls. It's the Otter Tail Power pregame show. Nick Keel with you, Derek Sidian producing the video tonight as always. Derek doing a great job. Appreciate him for getting us on the air, keeping us on the air, and keeping me on track. 2:55 to go here before the game tonight. Fergus Falls Otters come into the game with a record of 18-7, Willmar 13-12. You heard Coach Steer talk about the importance of tonight's game. As far as seeding goes, the Otters have wrapped up the number 2 seed. Of course, Alec number 1. Willmar's wrapped up the number 3 seed. So a potential semifinal game coming up a week from tomorrow against Willmar. Of course, the Otters have won the last 4 meetings, including 3 last year in the section semifinal here at the Roosevelt Gym against Willmar. All those games have been close. So the Otters, from their side of it tonight, want to show that they're still the better team, and if they could, they kind of want to put some doubt that Willmar could come here and win. The other side, Willmar's had a season where they had a really tough schedule early, had to claw their way back to 500. They were able to do that, and of course, with the win last night, they went to 13-12 as they defeated the St. Cloud Crush last night, 54-29. As mentioned, the Otters defeated Sauk Rapids Rice on Tuesday, 93-20. Otters have a chance to get third place alone in the CLC with a win tonight, which would be the best that they've placed, obviously, since they went to state on the Ellie Colbeck senior year when they were runner-up in the state 2A state tournament. Just a few moments away from the Nelson Auto Center starting lineup. Just want to go through some other games that are going on tonight. We hit some updates. In the CLC, Alex is playing Detroit Lakes. Ricori versus Sauk Rapids Rice. Brainerd against the St. Cloud Crush, and Sartell at Moorhead. Other area games, Underwood girls games, that is. Underwood's at Park Christian. Breckenridge has a boy-girl doubleheader at Staples. DGF at Perham, and Pelican is at Barnesville. Those couple of games have implications for Heart of Lakes and also seeding implications for Section 8 AA. Henning already played today. They played an afternoon game. Jason Retzloff had the call there. Battle Lake beat Henning at Battle Lake 51-41. Brandon Evansville hosting Ashby for a boy-girl doubleheader. And then Montevideo boys are at West Central area. Frazee is playing Battle Lake boys, and then, as mentioned, Ashby and Brandon Evansville have the doubleheader. Thanks for joining the Otter Tail Power pregame show. We're going to step away while the national anthem gets taken care of. You're listening to Otter Basketball on KBRF.
Business systems can be frustrating. Don't take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems.
Transparent, flexible, fearless.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Welcome back to Fergus Falls, Otter Field House, Central Lakes Conference Basketball. On the Otter Tail Power pregame show, Nick Keel with you, Derek City, and producing the video tonight. Central Lakes girls basketball finale. Otters hosting the Willmar Cardinals. And it's time for tonight's starting lineup, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center, located at 2228 College Way in Fergus Falls. Starting for head coach Brandon Hedke and the Willmar Cardinals. They're 13-12 on the season. A sophomore, 5'5" sophomore, number 1, Isley Rebarger. Starting another guard, a 5'8" senior, number 2, Kendall Hansen. 6' junior wearing number 3 is Brielle Ogdahl. 5'7" junior wearing number 5 is Talili Lang. And a 5'11" sophomore, that's Maddie Malachik, wearing number 12 for the Willmar Cardinals. For Josh Steer, 4th season as a head coach for the Otters. They're going to start a 5'9" sophomore, that's number 4, Carly Hurst, a 6' senior, number 11, Bella Anderson. 5'9" senior, number 12, Bryn Sternberg, a 5'10" junior, number 14, Ruby Ellison. The 5'10" junior, number 30, is Hattie Fullhart. That's the Nelson Auto starting lineups for tonight's game, and this has been the Otter Tail Power pregame show. Thank our sponsors, as always, for getting us on the air. Of course, tonight we're on 1250 KBRF, also simulcasting on the KBRF YouTube channel. You can go to the Fergus Now app, click on Sports Streaming, and catch the stream tonight. Now time for the Ugstead time and temp. Game time is 7:31, temp outside 14 degrees. Game time and temp brought to you by Ugstead Plumbing and Heating. Otters win the tip. Ruby Ellison with the ball, kicks it to the right wing for Hattie Fullhart. Cross-court pass to Ellison. Ellison gets the ball knocked away. Willmar in that familiar 3-2 zone the Otters have had trouble with over the last couple years. Here's a skip pass to the left corner for Ellison. Ellison to Hurst. Hurst inside for Anderson, to the corner for Fullhart. Shot clock down to 10. Otters using it all here. Here's Ruby to the left corner. Inside for Bella, skip pass to Sternberg. Good look for Sprint, and she hits it. Sternberg with the early three. Good sign for the Otters. Want to knock down some threes to see if they get Willmar out of this zone defense. Here come the Cardinals now. Skip pass from Malachik to the corner for Ogdahl. To the top of the key for Riepbarger. She's going to shoot it from 22 feet. It's going to be an air ball. Going to go over to the Otters. 17:06 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Just underway here. Central Lakes girls basketball. Fergus Falls Otters hosting the Willmar Cardinals. Otters wearing the maroon home jerseys with the white numbers and letters outlined in gold. And of course, the red and white Willmar Cardinals. There's a three-point shot by Sternberg, missed. Anderson gets the rebound. She misses. Fullhart gets a rebound and misses. And now Lang comes out with it. Bella Anderson and Fullhart get a couple of rebounds here. Give the Otters a second chance, but they do not convert. And now here's a turnover for Willmar, first of the game. Sternberg now pushing in transition. Gets it to the left wing for Ellison. Ellison to the top for Hurst, to the right side for Sternberg. Bryn's going to set up a little action. Here's a pass into the lane for Fullhart. Fullhart attacks and kicks it back outside. Now here's a skip pass for Ellison. Left wing for Sternberg. Anderson cross-court pass for Ellison again, and it's good. 2 threes to start the game. Ruby Ellison and Bryn Sternberg get the Otters off to a quick 6-0 start. And Bella Anderson gets a couple of assists on the cross-court passes. Here's a drive by Riepbarger. She misses the shot, and it's going to be rebounded by Fullhart. Fullhart gets her second rebound of the game, and here's transition for Hurst. Hurst skips it too high to the corner for Ellison, and it's going to be the first turnover for the Otters. 15:48 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Otters with a 6-0 lead here. At the Otter Fieldhouse. Those that aren't familiar, this was the home for the Otters from about 1954 to 2009. And then it's been reborn here in the last couple years. Transition pass off the turnover from Willmar, and now Fullhart's going to get called for a charge. The thought was good by Hattie Fullhart, but just put her shoulder down. She waited a little too long to drive. By that time, the Willmar defender had got in position. And it's going to be a turnover for the Otters and a foul on Fullhart. Transition the other way now. Malachik misses the 6-footer, and it's going to be rebounded by Sternberg. Now here's a turnover for Fergus Falls, and Willmar back in transition. Both teams trading turnovers here after a pretty good start. Now here's a shot by Ogdahl that's no good. Malachik working hard on the board. She misses. She goes back up, and she's going to be fouled. Maddie Malachik gets the rebound. A couple of rebounds there, actually, and Maddie's going to go to the line. Maddie, good-looking player. She's a 5'11" sophomore. This is her second year of playing varsity basketball. Maddie going to go to the line to shoot 2. And the first one is good. So Willmar on the board. Malachik gets her first point of the game and 1 for 1 at the free throw line. 15:08 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. And Malachik makes both of them. 2 points for Maddie now. 6-2, the Otters lead. 1-2-2 three-quarter court pressure for the Cardinals. And now here's a pass from Sternberg to Fullhart. Sternberg gets the assist. Fullhart gets her first basket. It's 8-2 Fergus. Otters now working a full court man-to-man. Lang brings it across the timeline. It's going to be knocked away and out of bounds by Anderson. Pretty good atmosphere here tonight at the field house. Friday night basketball, where would you rather be? You can't believe the season is winding down already. Last regular season game for the girls this week and for the boys next week. Both of them should host a couple of playoff games. Here's a turnover for Willmar. Fullhart gets a steal, pushes it ahead for Hurst, and Hurst gets her first basket. Fullhart gets an assist, and that's going to cause Brendan Hedke to take a timeout. The Otters lead 10-2 with 14:34 to go on the scoreboard. There's a timeout on the floor, so we're going to take it with them. You're listening to Otter Girls Basketball on KBRF. This timeout is sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food.
Otter Tail Minn-Dakota Coaches has been the trusted name in transportation for 50 years. Safety, service, and dependability are at the heart of every journey. From local routes to nationwide trips, rely on Otter Tail Coaches for a ride you can trust.
Back at Otter Fieldhouse, 1250 KBRF. Nikhil with you, Derek Sidian producing the video. Central Lakes Girls Basketball. Otters lead 10-2. Now full court pressure. Reep Barger trying to get across the timeline. She doesn't. She turns it over. Sternberg gets the steal to the left side for Carly Hurst. Hurst back to the top for Sternberg to the corner for Ellison. Ellison cross court to Fullhart. She's going to shoot from three. It's in and out. Hurst working for the board. Doesn't get it though. Lang gets it. And here comes Willmar in transition. So Lang going to go all the way to the basket. And it's going to be blocked by Ruby Ellison. Ruby gets a block or two every game. She's 5'11" to begin with and has long arms, and she's very patient. Doesn't swing, just gets her hand in the air, and generally does not get called for fouls. Here's a three-pointer from the left corner by Lang, is no good. It's going to be rebounded by Fullhart. Otters now setting up the offense against the 3-2 Cardinal zone. Pass to the elbow from Ellison, kicks it back out to Sternberg. And Sternberg hits another three. That's number 2 for Bryn. She's 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Ellison gets the assist. And here's going to be another turnover for Willmar as Hansen goes into the right corner. Kendall Hansen throws it back towards the midline. It's going to be an over and back violation against Willmar. It's going to be turnover number 5 for the Cardinals. Malachik checks out for the Cardinals. Madison Norston checks in, the 5'10 senior. And Sternberg turns it over for the 4th turnover for Fergus Falls. Lang with it now to the right wing. Picks up her dribble to the right corner for Reep Barger. Reep Barger throws it, and she's going to turn it over. It's going to be stolen by Fullhart. Fullhart gets it ahead. Ellison left-hand layup is good. Fullhart gets the assist. Ruby Ellison gets her 5th point. The Otters off to a hot start. 15-2 on the Park Region scoreboard. Lang gets trapped. She's going to turn it over. Steal by Carly Hurst. Hurst looking for someone to pass to. Gets it to Highcheck. Highcheck checks into the game for the first time for the Otters. And here's a pass that's going to be kicked by Rebarger. Rebarger kicks it out of bounds. It's not going to set the reset the shot clock because it's above 20, so it stays at 26. Bella Anderson comes in. Carly Hurst checks out. Here's a pass now in toward the midline for Sternberg. Otters looking to add to their lead. Off to a hot start here against the visiting Cardinals. Ellison with it now. 27 feet in the right wing into the corner for Sternberg. Here's a lob pass in for Anderson. Anderson doesn't even look. She kicks it out for Ruby. And Ruby Ellison drills a three. It's another assist for Bella Anderson. And we're going to have another timeout by Willmar as the Otters lead 18-2 with 12:36 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. We're going to take a timeout as well. This timeout is sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Jay, owner of Fergus Apothecary, downtown Fergus Falls. We like to talk to you out in the open, not through glass, not through a speaker. We treat you as a person, not as an insurance card. So we invite you to come downtown Fergus Falls and speak with us.
Otters off to a strong start. 18-2 on the Park Region scoreboard, 12:36 to go in the first half. Otters lead the Cardinals. Reese Keel checks into the game for the first time for Fergus Falls, and for Willmar Cardinals, it's going to be Eliza Gustafson, number 31. Ogdahl with the ball to Rebarger. Gets to the left side for Lang. Lang being pressured at the top. Gets it over for Rebarger. Rebarger gets it over to the right side for Norston. Back for Lang now. Lang guarded by Anderson. A lot of energy for the Otters. Rebarger goes to Lane. She's going to hit it off the bottom of the backboard, and it's going to be a rebound for Highcheck. Transition now for Sternberg. Sternberg brings it to the left side, picks up her dribble. Cross courts it to Ruby Ellison. Ruby back to the top side for Keel. Keel for Highcheck. Back for Keel. Keel to the right side for Ellison. Here's a pass underneath for Anderson. She can't hold it. Would have had a chance for a layup. She skips across for Ellison to the corner. Here's Highcheck for three. No good. Keel gets a hand on it, and then it's brought in by Bella Anderson. She kicks it out to Sternberg, and Sternberg hits the three. Bella Anderson has kicked out for threes 4 times, and 4 times the girls have delivered. And Sternberg has 12 points early for the Otters. Here's a pass up for Highcheck. She's going to miss the shot, and a rebound by Lang. Quick turnover there for Willmar. Otters had a chance to score more points and couldn't convert. Lang now brings it up, stops and pops from 10 feet. She misses. Ellison gets the rebound, and the Otters will be in transition. Sternberg throws it up. Anderson's there. She shoots it left-handed and leaves it short. Good look for Sternberg. Bella couldn't get it over the rim, and it's going to be rebounded by Gustafson. Lang now in the front court for Willmar. And Willmar trying to weather this early Otter storm. 21-2, 10:52 to go in the first half. Park Region scoreboard has the Otters up 19. Cross-court pass almost stolen by Sternberg. Rebarger trying to get into the teeth of the Otter man-to-man defense, and now here's Gustafson with a pass over the top of Ogdahl, and it's out of bounds. It's the 9th turnover for the Cardinals. Sternberg and Ellison going to get a much-deserved rest. And back into the game is Fullhart and Hurst. Hurst with the ball now, gets it to Keel to the left wing. Back to Hurst at the top, to the right side for Highcheck. Highcheck with a zoom pass into Keel. Highcheck now with it on the left wing. Back to the right side for Fullhart. Fullhart loses it, regathers the ball to the top of the key. Now Keel with the ball under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside from Hurst to Anderson. She gets snuffed by the rim. Now Keel tracks it down. Shot clock's about to expire. Something happened. The shot clock got reset. I'm not sure if the ball hit the bottom of the rim or not. Otters were confused as well. Shot clock did reset, so they had time. In any event, the Otters turn it over, their 5th turnover of the game, and Willmar will have the ball. Full court man-to-man still for Fergus Falls. Lang with the ball. Fullhart comes over to try to double team. Lang gets it up for Norston. Gustafson tries to back her down. Now Norston drives to the lane, kicks to the left side for Malachik, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover number 10 for the Cardinals. Otters have done a really good job of speeding up Willmar, making them play a little bit faster than they want to play. As a result, they've had 10 early turnovers here at the Otter Fieldhouse. Reese Keel playing the point now for Fergus Falls. She brings it to the left wing, kicks it to the top for Hurst. Hurst dribbles in, skips it over to Presley Warren. Presley into the game for the first time. She cross courts for Fullhart. Fullhart to the top for Hurst. Hurst now with a bounce pass to Keel. Keel back to the top for Hurst. Cross-court corner pass to Anderson. Anderson gets hit in the top of the head there. No call. She flips it across, and now Bella's going to have it on the baseline. She drew herself down, and she's going to get called for traveling. Bella in the baseline. There really wasn't any room there. It's a 6th turnover for the Otters. And quickly, Sternberg is going to go back to Ellison and Sternberg. And Willmar brings it in the backcourt. Lang's going to be double teamed. She gets the pass up to number 22. That's Emma Salisbury into the game for the Cardinals. Malachik now dribbles in against Warren. She loses control, gathers it back in the right corner, and now it's going to be a turnover by Lang. Fullhart brings it across the midline for Fergus. She's going to drive in, kicks to the corner for Warren. Warren back to the top for Sternberg. Sternberg left-handed lob pass over to Hurst. Hurst attacks back towards the middle of the floor, now to the left side for Sternberg. And Bryn will bring it back to the timeline here to reset things for the Otters. Left wing pass and a flare screen. And Sternberg gets it. Presley Warren gets the assist. Sternberg hits another three-pointer for the Otters. She's off to a hot start. Now we're going to have a blocking foul. It's going to be on Hattie Fullhart. That's going to be her second. So about the only thing that the Otters have done wrong in this game. Anderson's going to come back in for Fullhart. 8:27 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Only one field goal so far for the Cardinals. It's 24-2. The Otters have not had a hot start like this against Willmar in a couple of seasons. A lot of game left. Norston now with the ball for the Cardinals. Up to the top for Hansen. Hansen's going to turn it over. Presley Warren gets the steal. 12 turnovers for the Cardinals. Then Hansen kicks it. And the Otters are going to keep possession here. 33 seconds on the shot clock. Ellison set to inbound for Fergus Falls. In fact, the Cardinals' 2 points of the game were scored on 2 free throws by Maddie Malachik. So they have not had a field goal in this game as of yet. Here's another flare screen and a pass to Sternberg. She misses the three-point line. Bella Anderson working for it, but Malachik comes down with it. She's going to lead the transition down into the right corner. She's going to stop and pop, and she's going to get fouled. Presley Warren came from behind and got her on the arm. That's going to be Presley's first foul. Malachik's going to go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. She's 2 for 2 at the line and has the only 2 points for the Cardinals. And she's 3 for 3. Julia Hychik comes back in for Presley Warren. West Central Ag Air is your local Peterson Farms and LG seed supplier and the right choice to defend your crops. It's West Central Ag Air. Malachik misses a second one. It's going to be rebound, an offensive rebound for Willmar. That's going to be Leah Ryman. And then we have an air ball shot that's no good, but the Cardinals track it down. So 3 chances here, and Malachik steps out and drills a three-pointer. So Maddie Malachik, the only one on the scoreboard for the Cardinals. It's 24-6. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half from the Outer Fieldhouse. Central Lakes girls basketball. Fergus Falls hosting Willmar. Ellison now with the ball to the left baseline, to the top for Hurst. Hurst is going to cross court over for Hychek. Julia stumbles a little. Dribbles to the left side for Ellison, to the corner for Sternberg. Sternberg gets the screen. She's going to flip across the court, and it's going to be over Bella Anderson's head and out of bounds. 7th turnover for the Otters. Back in for Norston with the ball and kicks it out for Isley Riepbarger. And she misses a three-point shot. Ellison tries for the rebound. And over the back is Aaliyah Ryman. Ryman is a 6-foot 8th grader. Seeing some minutes. She was also played some minutes in the game down at Willmar. Sternberg hands off as the Cardinals now go to a man-to-man. Here's a screen by Bella Anderson, a hard one, knocks Norston to the ground. Skip pass to the left corner for Hurst. Her three's on the way, it's no good. Bella Anderson in there, skying for the rebound. She goes to the ground, and they're going to call her for traveling. Kind of thought she could have been a jump ball before she went to the ground. The official did not agree, and she went to the ground and gets called for traveling. Reese Keel checks in for Ruby Ellison. 6:17 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. The Otters lead 24-6. Man-to-man full court pressure. Lang with the ball now. She skips it up, and it's going to be stolen away by Sternberg. Sternberg gets it. She's going to pop from 22 feet and drills it. Sternberg on fire for the Otters. And the Otters continue to shoot the ball well here. 27-6 in the first half. Pass by Rietbarger over to Malachik to the corner, outside to the wing for Hansen. Her three-pointer is no good. Ball's loose. Malachik comes down with the rebound. She misses the shot, finds herself all alone, misses a second shot, and now Malachik comes down with the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Willmar. 2 bunnies for Maddie. She's not able to convert and got a little frustrated there and came out of it with the foul. 27-6, the Otters lead, 5:40 to go first half. Otter Fieldhouse, Central Lakes girls basketball finale. Otters will get going with the 8-3A section tournament next week, and they'll host a game on Thursday night. Hurst is going to drive into the lane, gets the ball knocked away by Hansen, and the Otters will keep control with 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Sternberg's going to trigger the inbounds pass from under their own basket. Here's a lob pass in for Hurst, and Hurst is going to have that ball blocked by Lang, and it's going to be the Cardinals that come out of there with it. Isley Rietbarger drives in, flips it up from 10 feet, misses everything. Here's a rebound by Sternberg. Sternberg gets it up for Anderson. Bella wasn't really ready for that, but Sternberg got the rebound, and Anderson gets it back to Bryn as she crosses the old school FF logo at the midcourt line. Keel with the ball in the corner. She's going to dribble it out for Anderson. Here's a skip pass, and there's that screen again, and Sternberg hits the 3 again. Bella Anderson with 5 assists, all to Ellison and Sternberg, and they are drilling the three-pointers tonight. And here's the turnover for Willmar, their 14th of the ball game. Willmar really out of sorts here in this game. 24-point lead for Fergus Falls. Sternberg's just dropping everything from three-point land for the Otters. The Otters already up to 30 points. They only scored 41 points for the game, or 47 points for the game at Willmar. Here's a pass that's going to be knocked away. A bad pass by Keel. Malachik gets a steal, and she's going to shoot and miss the layup. She's going to be fouled. And there's going to be a turnover, number 9 for the Otters. So as well as they've shot it, they still had plenty of turnovers in the ball game. Malachik goes to the line, and Maddie makes that free throw. She's now 4 of 5 at the line. She has 7 points. She's still the only Cardinal to score in the ball game. Maddie's second free throw is too long off the iron. It's going to be tipped out, and it's going to be knocked off of Willmar. Malachik misses his second free throw. She's now 4 of 6 from the line, or actually, 5 of 7 from the line, and has 7 points. Sternberg now with the ball for the Otters. Otters lead 30-7. Hurst with it. Here's a quick pass in for Ruby Ellison. She's going to be fouled. That foul is going to be on Eliza Gustafson. That's her first foul. It's going to be the 3rd team foul on the Cardinals. Ruby Ellison's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Ruby makes the first one. She's 1 of 1 at the line. Second free throw hits the rim about 4 different times, but does not go in. So Ruby 1 of 2 at the line. 31-7, the Otters lead. Rietbarger with the ball now on the left side, gets it up for Lang. Here's a pass inside for Gustafson, and they're going to call a foul on Hychek. Hychek gets her first. It's the 5th team foul for Fergus Falls. And Gustafson will go to the line. Gustafson's the first Cardinal to make a point tonight other than Maddie Malachik. Gustafson hits her first free throw. And she hits her second free throw and has 2 points, 2 for 2 at the line. Cardinals have got to the line, but they've had trouble taking care of the basketball, and the Otters have shot it really well from 3. Bryn Sternberg with 6 three-pointers and 18 points here in the first half. Here's a leaner by Sternberg on the left baseline. It's going to be missed. Salisbury comes away with the layup, or with the rebound, goes coast to coast, shoots a left-handed layup, and now we're going to have a foul on Emmy Salisbury. It's going to be her first foul. That is the 4th team foul on the Cardinals. 31-9 on the Park Region scoreboard, just under 3.5 minutes to go. Otters with the basketball. Julia Hychek now on the left side. She's going to dribble with her left towards the top of the key. Now she's going to drive in against Gustafson. Flips it around to Bella Anderson. Bella not looking at the basket. She's about 3 feet from the hoop and a 6-inch advantage there and did not take advantage of it. Sternberg now gets it on the baseline, kicks it back out for Hychek, and Coach Josh Steer is going to take a timeout. Wants to get them settled down a little bit. Fast and furious start. They were struggling in that offensive possession. So we're going to take a timeout as well. You're listening to Otter Girls Basketball on KBRF. This timeout is sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Back at Otter Fieldhouse. Nick Keogh with you, 1250 KBRF. Otters with the early lead here. The Central Lakes Conference girls basketball final night. Here's a pass inside from Sternberg to Hychek, and she misses it. Shot clock expires after the shot, and Willmar keeps the ball. Rebarger brings it up, dribbles behind the back. She's pressured by Hychek. It's to the right side for Lang. Lang with a pass inside for Gustafson. Bounce pass inside for Malachik, and she's going to be fouled by Fullhart, I think, and that's going to be Fullhart's 3rd. Not what Coach Steer wanted to happen, so she's going to have to come out of the game. Malachik goes to the line to shoot another free throw for Willmar. And Maddie makes that one. Maddie off to a good start, 8 points for Willmar. She's got 8 of the 10. And the second free throw on the way is also good. So Maddie Malachik with an early 9 points, doing a lot of work from the free throw line. And the Otters lead 31-11 on the Park Region scoreboard. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Malachik with the ball, back to the right for Ellison. Pass downside for Bella Anderson. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. A couple of substitutes for Willmar is Brielle Ogdahl comes in. For the Otters is Reese Keel. Reese going to replace Julia Hychek. Inbounds on the sideline for Ellison. Ellison gets it to Sternberg. Otters looking to finish the half the way they started it. That was on fire. Sternberg with the crossover now. She's going to go to the line. She's going to be blocked by Malachik. Maddie tried to get there, didn't get there in time. Sternberg tried to go around her. The official called the blocking foul on Maddie. That's going to be her 2nd. That is the 5th team foul for Willmar, and Sternberg will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. First one for Bryn is no good. Bryn shoots 78% on the season. Norston comes back in for the Cardinals. Places Rebarger. Sternberg makes the 2nd free throw. Bryn now has 19 points for the Otters. Lang with the ball now for the Cardinals. She's on the left wing, gets it off for Ogdahl. Ogdahl to the right side for Hansen. Hansen's going to drive baseline, jump in the air, pass it, and shot is going to be up by Ogdahl. Ogdahl gets the 2 for Willmar, 32-13. Quick pass up for Ellison. Ellison drives in, throws it off the glass, no good. She fights for the rebound. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Ruby, and the Cardinals will have it. Otters stay in the full court man-to-man. Full court man defense. Inbounds now for Lang. Ellison guarding her. She's going to get the sideline. Here's a skip pass from Ogdahl to Norston, to the top for Hansen. Inside for Malachik. Knocked back to the corner for Norston. Norston drives baseline, kicks it out for the three for Ogdahl. Ogdahl misses it. Anderson can't get the rebound. On the ground is Hurst. Going to have a jump ball, and it's going to stay in possession of the Cardinals. So Willmar will inbound it under their own basket. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 1:30 to go in the first half. Reminder, coming up is the Minnesota Motor halftime show. Minnesota Motor Company's service department is conveniently open Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's Minnesota Motor. Cardinals with the ball. Hansen dribbles to the left side. A screen for Norston. She doesn't shoot. Dribbles back to the right. Malachik from 22 feet. She misses a three-pointer. It's rebounded by Bella Anderson. Anderson gets it to Sternberg. Sternberg brings it across the timeline. Over to the right wing for Ellison. Ruby's going to drive in. She gets it to Bella Anderson. Ruby gets the assist. Bella Anderson gets the layup bunny. Otters increase the lead. They lead 34-13, under a minute here to go in the first half from the Otter Fieldhouse. Here's a skip pass from Ogdahl to Lang to the right side for Hansen. Hansen's going to drive into the lane. She's going to shoot it left-handed, and Sternberg came over and fouled her. Bryn was a little late on the help. Hansen had pretty good position going to the basket there. Bryn went with her left hand and caught Kendall Hansen on her right forearm. She'll go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. First free throw's on the way, and it is good. Sternberg gets her first foul. It's the 8th team foul on the Otters. Presley Warden comes back in for Ruby Ellison. Kendall Hansen gets on the board for the first time tonight as she makes her first free throw. Free throw number 2 on the way, and also good. Kendall Hansen, 2 for 2 at the line. Becomes the 4th Cardinal to score in this game. The Otters lead 34-15. 39 seconds to go. Here's Keel at the midline. She's going to give the handoff to Presley Warren. Presley's going to dribble, almost picked off, but Anderson was able to track it down. Sternberg now gets a little leverage on Lang. She's going to drive in and get fouled. Sternberg saw there was no help on the weak side for the Cardinals, made a fake to her left and drove to her right, got to the basket. Lang fouled her, and Sternberg's going to go to the free throw line. First foul on to Lily Lang. Sternberg misses the free throw. So uncharacteristic for Bryn. She was 1 of 2 last time, misses the first one here. She has 19 points in the game. Sternberg's second free throw is good. It's 20 for Bryn already here in the first half. She's got 20 of the 35. Lang brings it across the midline. She's going to go all the way to the baseline. She stops and steps out of bounds. It's going to be another turnover for Willmar. It's going to be their 15th of the ball game. They have slowed the turnovers down from the beginning as they had 9 very quickly. The Otters built up a 20-point lead in the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Carly Hurst is going to bring it across the timeline, looking to hand it off to Sternberg. 14 seconds here. This should be the final possession. Here's a pass that's going to be knocked out. Kendall Hansen almost comes up with the steal there. And now Keel's going to inbound it. Gets it to Hurst as the Otters try to run a little set here for Sternberg. Sternberg already 6 threes in the first half. She's going to be double teamed. She turns around. She turns it over. Norston's going to shoot from half court. It's going to be no good. It's turnover number 10 for Fergus Falls. And that's going to end our first half. A good first half for Fergus Falls. One of the best halves they've had, certainly the best half they've had offensively against the Cardinals in a couple of years here. Our halftime score on the Park Region Ottertail Telecom scoreboard, Fergus Falls Otters 35, the Willmar Cardinals 15. Park Region service beyond the connection. It's halftime. You're listening to Otter Girls Basketball on 1250 KBRF.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton. There's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
I'm Tad Butke, your dedicated business sales consultant at Park Region. Whether you're looking to optimize your operations, scale your business, or find tailored solutions, I'm here to help you achieve your goals.
Reach out to Tad today at 218-998-2000 for Park Region to go beyond the connection.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Olson Oil Card Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Card Express, supporting Otter sports.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
Business systems can be frustrating. Don't take it out on the printer. Let Liberty Business Systems simplify the chaos. With automated printing services and flexible contracts, you'll never feel frustrated or stuck with your business systems. Liberty Business Systems. Transparent, flexible, fearless.
All right, welcome back to Otter Fieldhouse. Nick Keel with you, 1250 KBRF. Also simulcasting tonight on the Fergus Now app, which leads to the KBRF YouTube channel. Want to say thanks to all of our sponsors tonight. As usual, it is the Minnesota Motor halftime show. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, make Minnesota Motor Company your first stop. Remember, they have pre-owned inventory at Minnesota Motor, and it's growing. Contact the sales team for a test drive today. It's Minnesota Motor, Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. Take a look at the halftime statistics for the Willmar Cardinals. 15 turnovers, which led to quite a few points for Fergus Falls in that first half. Kendall Hansen ends up with 2 points in the first half. Brielle Ogdahl with 2 points. Lily Lang yet to score for the Cardinals. Maddie Malachik has 9 points for Willmar, and Liza Gustafson 2 points for Willmar. They trail 35-15 at the half. For Fergus Falls, 10 turnovers in the first half. Julia Hychek has a rebound. Carly Hurst has 1 field goal for 2 points. Bella Anderson has a field goal for 2 points. Bryn Sternberg with 6 3-pointers in the first half has 20 points at the half. Ruby Ellison has 9. Hattie Fullhart has 2 points for the Fergus Falls Otters. That's a look at the halftime statistics in this game. This is the Minnesota Motor halftime show. Simply drive into Minnesota Motor Company for their hassle-free express loop. That's Minnesota Motor on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. Going to take a time out. Try to catch up with some other area scores after this break from our sponsors.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Olson Oil Card Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olson Oil Card Express, supporting Otter sports.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday Night Lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Otter Tail Minn-Dakota Coaches has been the trusted name in transportation for 50 years. Safety, service, and dependability are at the heart of every journey. From local routes to nationwide trips, rely on Otter Tail Coaches for a ride you can trust.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
Back at the Outer Field House, Nick Keel with you, 1250 KBRF. Dirk City producing the video, as always. Appreciate him for what he does. Halftime of the Otter game, Minnesota Motor halftime show. The Otters lead 35-15. Just check in some other scores in the CLC. At halftime, Alexandria leads Detroit Lakes 44-12. Ricori leading in the second half over Sauk Rapids Rice 53-32. Brainerd leading the Crush of St. Cloud 52-12. And Sartell leading Moorhead in the second half 45-42. Other area games, Underwood girls leading Park Christian at halftime 27-19. Breck girls defeated Staples Motley tonight. Breckenridge wins big 87-33. Henning, Battle Lake and Henning played earlier today. Jason Retzlaff had the call there. Battle Lake ends up winning 51-41 over Henning. Don't have a score Pelican Barnesville as of yet. And then one boys score to update. West Central area leading Montevideo 34-30 over at Barrett tonight at halftime. We're going to take one more quick break here, about a minute away from the start of the second half. You're listening to the Minnesota Motor halftime show on 1250 KBRF.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI. Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
All right, back at the Otter Fieldhouse. A little taste of the Otter fight song there, the maroon and gold. Otters lead 35-15 at the half. Just about to start the second half. You've been listening to the Minnesota Motor halftime show. Minnesota Motor Company has tires. They have great tires, great service. That's Minnesota Motor Company. Thanks to Minnesota Motor for sponsoring the halftime show as always. And we're underway here in the second half. Sternberg and the Otters have the ball. The right side for Ellison. Ellison's going to drive here against Ogdahl. Gives it up for Anderson. Bella misses it. Rebounded by Fullhart, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be on Malachik. It's going to be her third. And Hattie Fullhart's going to go to the line to shoot free throws for the first time. And the first free throw for Hattie is true. Nothing but net. Third point in the game for Fullhart. The Otters increase the lead to 36-15. Second free throw is also good for Hattie. 4 points in the game. Otters lead 37-15 in the Park Region scoreboard. Just underway in the second half. Cardinals trying to see if they can dig their way out of this hole. Malachik shoots three-pointer number 3, misses. It's going to be rebounded by Bella Anderson. Anderson gets the rebound now to Sternberg. Sternberg crosses the midcourt for Hurst. To the corner for Fullhart. Fullhart's going to drive, and they are going to call a block. That's a tough one. I don't know what Malachik could have done there. She was kind of in place, but she turned, and it looked uncomfortable, and that's going to hurt Willmar. Maddie's kind of been the only offensive spark for Willmar. She's got 10 points in that first half. Here's an inbounds pass for Fullhart. Her three is on the way. Sternberg gets the assist. And Fullhart gets the three, and the Otters stay hot as they start the second half. 7 points for Fullhart. The Otters lead 40-15 on the Park Region scoreboard. Skip pass for Hansen, under for Rebarger. Gets it out for Gustafson. Her three-pointer's on the way, no good. Rebounded by Sternberg. Sternberg now looking to push it for the Otters. She gets it across the midline. Looking for a screen, doesn't get it from Anderson, but here's a pass to Ruby Ellison, and she drills it. Sternberg gets the assist, and Ruby Ellison hits the three-pointer. That's 12 points now for Ruby. The Otters continue their hot shooting. Rebarger now with the ball, gets it to Lang. Lang's going to drive down the lane, get to 2 feet, reverse, kick it out for Hansen from 22. Kendall misses it. Lang tries to get the rebound. Her and Gustafson collide. The ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to go back over to the Otters. Otters up 43-15 on the Park Region scoreboard. Senior night in Fergus Falls, and the Otter Fieldhouse has been good to Fergus Falls so far tonight. They've been on fire from the three-point line. Sternberg's got 6 of them. Ellison has 3. And Ruby goes to the right baseline, and she's going to turn it over. It's going to be the first turnover of the second half for Fergus Falls. And 11 for the ball game. Willmar now with the ball. Lang bringing it up against the full court man-to-man pressure. She gets it up to Magnuson. Magnuson to left side for Ogdahl. Her three-pointer misses everything, and it's going to go over to Fergus Falls. Willmar really been out of sync since the beginning of the night. Haven't been able to get much going on the scoreboard. Here's an inbounds pass from Ellison to Fullhart. Fullhart didn't see it, but finally turned around, got it back to Sternberg now, and the Otters looking to run a set. Man-to-man defense now for Willmar. Here's a pass to the right side for Sternberg. Her three-pointer is no good, rebounded by Gustafson. Gustafson gets it off for Lang, and now the Cardinals in transition. To Lily Lang going all the way down, and she's going to get called, Ellison's going to get called for the foul. Ruby had a clean up top, but she did hit her with the body, and Lang's going to go to the free throw line. That's the second foul on Ruby Ellison. It is the first team foul for Fergus Falls in the second half. Lang's free throw is up and no good. Just not a lot going well for the Willmar Cardinals, especially on the offensive end tonight. Lang's second free throw is up, and that one is true. Swishes through, and Talili Lang gets her first point of the night. And now the official is going to call Sternberg for a carry, saying that she got her hand underneath. Bryn kind of does that hesitation dribble. Sometimes she gets her hand a little bit underneath. Don't know if she did that time or not. The official is probably something he's been watching with her. She kind of has that slow dribble where she gets her hand at least behind the basketball, and once in a while she can get it underneath. Here's an inbounds pass for Ogdahl. It's going to be missed. Fullhart gets the rebound. She clears herself, gets it off to Sternberg. Sternberg now across the midline to Ellison. And they've got the Cardinals and the Otters for the first time have attacked the zone where they got Willmar out of the zone and into man-to-man, where the Otters are usually a little more comfortable. Ruby Ellison on the drive there. She gets the basket, now has 14 points. And the Otters increase the lead up to 45-16. Ellison gets the steal and then turns it right back over. Second turnover the second half for Fergus Falls. Hansen now dribbles in. She's going to throw it out of bounds over the top of Gustafson, and a turnover for Willmar. Kendall Hansen trying to make something happen for Willmar. Her and Gustafson not on the same page that time. It results in a turnover. Fullhart now with the ball, brings it towards the timeline, gets it off for Ellison. Ellison playing a little more point guard here, and they're trying to work some sets for her and for Bryn without Bryn on the point. Fullhart now drives in, she picks up her pivot foot, shoots it up left-handed, she misses, and then Fullhart runs over Gustafson. That's going to be her fourth personal. She's going to go to the bench here for a while. Otters lead 45-16 on the Park Region scoreboard. Of course, coming up after the conclusion of the game, we will have the Olson Oil Card Express post-game show. And remember, this game and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game t-shirts are brought to you by Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics is your apparel source for personalized, printed or embroidered clothing and accessories. Go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls. You can call them at 218-998-4027. Another turnover for Willmar as they dribble the ball out of bounds on the near sideline here. And here's Keel into the game for the first time for Fergus Falls. Her and Highcheck both in the game, usually the first two off the bench. Ellison's going to drive in. She's going to kick it back out for Keel to left wing. Now to Sternberg. Sternberg gets a screen from Keel. She flips it across the court for Hurst. Hurst is going to get called for a double dribble. I was wondering if he was going to call that. She didn't catch it clean, which is not technically a dribble. Officials saw it differently. Ends up calling the 14th turnover on Fergus Falls and a turnover for Carly Hurst for double dribble. Cardinals now with the ball, inbounded to Lang. Lang gets it off for Ogdahl. Otters still in the full court man-to-man pressure. Caused Willmar to play a little bit faster than they wanted to play in the first half. Otters got some points off turnovers. Here's a lob pass into the corner. It's going to be tipped by Sternberg and then touched by Gustafson last, and it's going to be a turnover for Willmar. The Otters caused the 19th turnover of the ball game for Willmar. And their fourth turnover already here in the second half. Ellison with the ball over to Keel, back to the top for Sternberg. Sternberg to Keel now at the left wing. Reese is going to drive towards the elbow, does a handoff, and then Gustafson's going to bump Ellison. It's going to be the third team foul on Willmar in this half. Second foul on Gustafson in the game. The Otters are going to inbound from under their own basket. Fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. 13:35 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Sternberg with the inbounds pass, and Highcheck gets her first basket of the ball game. Assist number 4 for Bryn. Lang now going full court. She's going to go past Hurst, and she's going to lay it in. To Lily Lang with her first field goal of the ball game. She now has 3 points, and it's 47-18 on the Park Region scoreboard. Sternberg gets it across to Hurst now at the left wing. Carly going to drive to the right side and kick for Highcheck. Here's a screen. Now the ball in for Keel. Kicks it cross court for Ellison. Ellison drives into the paint, kicks it to Highcheck. Highcheck now to the top of the key. Keel shoots a 3, and it's good. Assist for Julia Highcheck and a three-pointer for Reese Keel, and the Otters continue to shoot hot from behind the arc. 50-18 on the Park Region scoreboard. Here's a turnover now by Magnuson, number 20 for the Cardinals. The steals by Ellison to the right corner for Hurst. Hurst now to the top of the key for Keel. Keel now cross courts to Sternberg from 22, and Bryn doing a little heat check to see if she's still hot from the first half. That one was probably about 27 feet away. The Otters are going to take a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to take it with them. You're listening to Otter Basketball on KBRF. This timeout is sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you
where to eat.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
12:31 to go in the game. Otters lead 50-18 over the Willmar Cardinals. Otters got off to a hot start tonight and haven't let up. Sternberg hit 6 3-pointers in the first half, has 20 in the game. Ruby Ellison also knocking down threes. Reese Keel just knocked down a 3-pointer as well. The Otters cruising here with 12:31 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Bree Barger now bringing the ball up. She's going to be trapped. She's trying to get it off to Lang, and she does. Lang now with the ball at the midline. She's guarded by Presley Warren, who's checked into the game for the first time here in the second half. Here's a drive baseline by Lang, kicks it out for Malachik from 17, and she misses. Sternberg gets the rebound. Ellison gets the rebound. It's Ruby's third rebound of the ball game. And Sternberg takes control of the ball to set up the offense. Her pass to the left wing for Warren. Now to the left side for Keel, back to the top of the key, Warren. And now a handoff from Ellison to Sternberg. Otters trying to run a little action here. Sternberg's going to back in and dribble and kick it over for Warren. Warren's going to drive to the paint, kicks it to Ruby Ellison. Ruby's going to move to her left, one dribble, shoots a 3 and misses. Goes to the corner to save it, and it's going to be turned over to Gustafson. Ruby Ellison gets a rebound there, but also gets a turnover, and Gustafson brings it up for Willmar. Here's a pass to the corner for Malachik. She misses, and the rebound is taken by Sternberg. Sternberg gets rebound number 5. Here's a quick pass up for Presley Warren. Her shot is short, rebounded by Highcheck. Highcheck gets her second basket of the game, her second rebound of the game, and the Otters lead 52-18 on the Park Region scoreboard. Lang with the ball now, guarded by Keel. Otters still in the man-to-man. A little screen and roll action now, and they get a switch, and Lang goes in. Wow. Not sure what the official saw there. Lang lost the ball, and it went out of bounds. And they're going to call a foul on Sternberg. I don't think she touched anybody, but nonetheless, Sternberg gets her second foul of the game. That's the third team foul on the Otters. Ruby Ellison checks out of the game. And Hurst checks back in. Rebarger now with the ball, and she's going to drive against Keel. Tries to get to the basket, tries to get to the baseline. Cut off there by Reese. Now here's a pass to left side for Lang. Lang shoots from 3. She's going to miss it. It was going to be rebounded by Sternberg. She misses it. Gustafson goes up with the left hand. She misses. Rebarger gets the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on the floor, I think on Highcheck. Highcheck gets her second foul, fourth team foul on the Otters. Get a shot clock reset, inbound underneath for the Cardinals. 10:35 to go here in the second half. Otter girls basketball from the Otter Fieldhouse at Roosevelt Education Center. 3-pointer by Lang is no good. Hurst is going to fight for the rebound with Rebarger. The ball goes loose. And they're going to call a foul on Hurst there. Carly gets her first. Isley Rebarger is on the floor. It looks like she's okay. A little slow to get up here. As Hurst ripped it kind of hard and had a piece of Isley's hand, or arm, and she went to the ground kind of hard. Looks like maybe knocked the wind out of her a little bit, or actually she's limping a little bit on her left leg. Kendall Hansen comes back in for Willmar. And then the 8th grader, Aaliyah Ryman, also into the game for the Cardinals. Bella Anderson checks back in for Fergus Falls, replaces Keel. Warren with the defense now on Malachik. Malachik just going to go down the lane, goes up left-handed, and it's going to be fouled by Ruby Ellison. Otters fouling a little bit here. Certainly something they don't want to do with this big of a lead is stop the clock and put the Cardinals on the free throw line. Guessing that Coach Steer and Sternberg are going to be telling them that. Maddie Malachik goes to the free throw line. Maddie's had a nice game here tonight. It's 10 points for Maddie. She had 9 in the first half. That's her first point here in the second half. And she misses the second one. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by the Otters. Coach Steer trying to raise the intensity a little bit as there are Otters have fallen off a little bit. Brendan Hedke is going to take a timeout for the Cardinals, so we'll take it with them. You're listening to Otter Girls Basketball on KBRF. This timeout is sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton.
Back at Otter Fieldhouse, Central Lakes Conference, girls basketball. Fergus Falls Otters lead the Willmar Cardinals 52-19. Thanks to a really big half by the Otters, and especially Bryn Sternberg, who had 6 threes in the first half. Gustafson goes down the lane and gets 2 points for the Cardinals. It's going to be her first field goal and her 4th point of the ball game. She made a couple free throws in the first half. Otters now on the attack, pass to the left side for Warren. Warren's going to drive to the basket. She's going to throw it inside. It's going to be off the leg of one of the Willmar defenders. Hurst tracks it down, throws inside for Anderson. Bella patiently gets it back up to the top for Highcheck. Now Warren with the ball to the right side for Highcheck. Otter's going to need to get a shot off here. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Warren goes inside. She's going to be picked up by Lang, and they're going to call a blocking foul. Presley had the shot clock against her, just took it to the basket. Lang tried to step in front. Presley tried to do a little bit of a euro and ended up catching Lang with the foul. Going to be to Lily Lang's 2nd foul and the 4th team foul on Willmar. Back into the game for the Cardinals is Ogdahl. Gustafson checks out. Presley's 2nd free throw is no good. So Presley goes 1 of 2. The Otters lead 53-21. And now Sternberg gets a rebound for Fergus Falls. Otters in transition. Quick pass down to Bella Anderson. It's good. Sternberg looking ahead, gets her 5th assist of the night. Bella Anderson gets her 2nd field goal, and it's 55-21. Now a steal by Ellison. Warren kicks it out for Sternberg. Her 3-pointers missed, and Ogdahl comes down with the rebound. Foul's going to be on Carly Hurst. Once again, the Otters, 7 fouls already here in the second half. Not what you want to do when you're up 24 or 34 points, is stop the clock and put the Cardinals on the line, but that's precisely what the Otters are doing. And for the next 9:02, every foul on the Otters is going to result in free throws for the Cardinals. Ogdahl goes to the line for the first time tonight. Brielle had 2 points in the first half. 9:02 to go in the second half. First free throw for Ogdahl is good. 55-22 on the Park Region scoreboard. Ogdahl has a chance to shoot a 2nd free throw. And it's good. So Ogdahl makes a pair of free throws. The Otters lead. 9 minutes to go on the Park Region scoreboard, 55-23. West Central Ag Air is your local Peterson Farms and LG supplier. The right choice to defend your crops, it's West Central Ag Air. Carly Hurst throws a pass over the head of Ruby Ellison. It's going to be turnover number 16. That's one of the negatives probably for Coach Steer's Otters tonight. And now here comes the Cardinals on the attack. Lang goes in. Her pass to the corner goes over the head of Ogdahl and out of bounds. Turnover 21, number 21 for Willmar. Midwest Printing is your local partner for quality printing. Visit Midwest Printing in Fergus Falls. Otters with the ball. 55-23 is the lead. Really, really good first half by the Otters. They led 35-15 at halftime, and now here's another turnover for Fergus Falls as Sternberg can't connect with Anderson. Rebarger with the ball. She dribbles between the legs, gets it up the top of the key, gets it over for Lang. The ball screen now for Malachik. Good switch there by Ellison. Sternberg now guarding Lang, and now Rebarger gets the three-pointer off from the top of the key. Anderson goes up to get it, but ends up on the ground on her back, which is going to be a travel. A little bit scary here for Bella. She's got that, she's nursing that ankle. She was just in a walking boot on Monday. Played at Sauk Rapids Rice a little bit on Tuesday. You can tell she's not real confident coming to the ground. She went up high and got the ball, but ended up on her back for a traveling violation. Willmar with the ball now. Ryman's going to drive in. She's going to flip a little right-hander up from 6 feet. She's going to miss, and we're going to have a jump ball, I believe. That'll be Ryman and Fullhart. Fullhart a little scared there. It seems like every time she's turned around, she's been called for a foul. Willmar's going to retain possession here on the alternating possession arrow. 55-23, 7:52 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Lang throws the pass in for Malachik as she's cutting from left to right. Maddie turns from 12 feet. Misses a shot. It goes out of bounds. And they're going to give it to Fergus Falls, or they're going to give it to Willmar. I think they're going to say that shot was tipped. I don't think it was, and nobody on the court thought it was either except for the one official. They're going to keep it. 15 on the shot clock. Malachik drives in the lane, gets it 2 feet, kicks it out to Ryman for 3. She misses, and it's going to be rebounded by Hurst. Hurst now in transition for the Otters. Carly with her second rebound of the night. Sternberg now drives in against Rebarger. She kicks it back out for Hurst. Hurst now to the left side for Fullhart. Fullhart attacks and now kicks to the corner. Sternberg from 18 feet. It's going to be a little bit short. Brinnock got off to that hot start. Not so hot here in the second half as she hasn't scored. Otters still keeping up the pace, 55-23. 7:18 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Cardinals looking to try to get it inside for Malachik now. Ryman with the ball on the right wing. And now Ogdahl is going to take a 3, and she's going to bank it in. Brielle Ogdahl gets her 5th, 6th, and 7th point with a 3. Otters lead 55-26. Just under 7 minutes to go. Central Lakes Conference finale. Otters playing to get 3rd place alone in the CLC. Fullhart gets it to Sternberg in the lane. Sternberg kicks it out to the corner for Ellison, and Ellison misses the three-pointer. Otters have gone a little cold, especially after the first 4 minutes of the second half. Here's a pass inside for Malachik. It's going to be stolen away by Hurst. 22 turnovers for the Cardinals. Carly Hurst had position there as they're trying to post up Malachik inside. Ellison with the ball in the right corner to the right wing for Fullhart. All the way now to the left wing for Sternberg. Sternberg lobs it and she turns it over as Lang steps in front of that pass that was intended for Anderson. Lang now brings it to the top of the key for the Cardinals. Dribbles at the volleyball line. Goes a little quick pass to Ogdahl, and now they run the set for Lang. Lang shoots the 3 and she misses. Bella Anderson has the rebound tipped out of her hands. Carly Hurst ends up getting that rebound. And now Fergus Falls will set it up. 5:53 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Otters lead 55-26. Fullhart drives baseline. She gets Ogdahl on her back, shoots, hits the bottom of the backboard, misses, and then falls to the ground pretty hard. Fullhart working hard there, got a couple of rebounds, didn't get the conversion. Now Lang goes to the basket, and he's going to have her shot knocked out of bounds by Ellison. Once again, Ruby Ellison getting some blocked shots, a couple in this ball game already. In fact, I think she has 3 in this game. And now Josh Steer. And the Otters are going to take a full timeout, so we will take it with them. You're listening to Otter Girls Basketball on KBRF. This timeout is sponsored by Lake Region Healthcare.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Light powers your day, and with LEDs, every time you turn on a light, it's a chance to save. See how Otter Tail Power Company can help you save at otpco.com/LED.
Back at Otter Field House, 1250 KBRF. Here's a set for Willmar. Lang shoots a three-pointer and misses, and that rebound is by Hychek. And now the Otters in transition. Pass up for Hurst, back to the top of the key for Sternberg. Hurst with the ball now to left side for Sternberg. Sternberg's gonna set it up. Looks like Willmar went back to the 3-2 zone. Tried the man-to-man for a while, and the Otters actually didn't have a lot of success against the man. Neither team has been converting very well, and here's a turnover for Fergus Falls. 20 of them now. Gustafson running the floor. She's going to shoot a layup and miss. Ryman comes down and has it stolen away by Fullhart. Fullhart grabs rebound number 7 on the night, and now Hychek with the ball in the left corner. Fullhart drives in, throws to the corner for Hurst. Hurst is going to drive, and she's going to turn it over. Both teams trading turnovers here. Here comes Lang on the attack. She's going to drive into about 6 feet, throw it up, miss it, and then it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Fullhart. Willmar's going to have the ball under the basket. Otter's going to do some substituting here. Bella Anderson and Reese Keogh come in. They replace Hurst and Hychek. Lang inbounds it, gets it out to Ogdahl from 22 feet. Her three-pointer is no good, and it's going to go out of bounds over to the Otters. Reminder, coming up is the Olson Oil Card Express post-game show, and then the Quality Toyota Lake Country Graphics Player of the Game. Otters with a big lead here, 55-26 on the Park Region scoreboard, 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go. It's the final game of the regular season for both squads. Next week they will head into Section 3 play. Keel loses the ball towards the half-court line, and now here's Sternberg. Sternberg's going to fake right, go left, turn around, kick it back out for Anderson. Anderson to the corner for Keel. Keel's going to drive in, and she's going to flip it out to Anderson. Anderson to the right side. Sternberg comes to the line, and Anderson throws it away. And here comes Gustafson for the Cardinals. Gustafson falls to the ground. Fullhart gets the steal for Fergus Falls, and now Anderson has it. Anderson holding it up, gets it to Fullhart to the left wing. Hattie holds it for Bryn Sternberg, and we're just about 3.5 minutes away from the end of this contest. Sternberg with the handoff for Fullhart to the handoff for Ellison. Ellison's going to drive in, has it poked away by Gustafson. Ruby now dribbles, gets it to the right side for Bella Anderson. Bella is going to drive in, and she loses it out of bounds. Turnover number 23 for the Otters. A lot of unforced turnovers, especially in the second half here. 13 turnovers for Fergus Falls. They've only scored 20 points in the second half. 55-26, 3:18 to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Rebarger with the ball. She drives to the right, gets a screen from Malachik. No action there, gets to the top of the key for Gustafson. Gustafson's going to drive into the lane, and she lays it off the glass and in. Gustafson has 6 points now for the Cardinals. Ellison quickly ahead for the Otters. Gets it to the top of the key for Sternberg. Sternberg guarded by Rebarger. Here's a cut inside for Fullhart. Her left-handed shot is up and no good, and now they're going to call a foul, and that's going to be it for Fullhart. One of those nights for Hattie. It's kind of wrong place, wrong time on every one of her fouls. And she had one foul that was super hard and obvious, but 4 of them were just hustle fouls. And she's going to foul out with 7 points, but also had 7 rebounds for the Otters. Sternberg comes out as well. And now Norston goes to the line for the Cardinals. Norston's first free throw is good. 1 for 1 at the line for Madison Norston, 5'10" senior. Second free throw on the way, and it's short. Malachik comes down with the rebound, then she goes to the ground, and then it's going to be stolen away. Actually, she ripped through it, and they're going to call a foul on Highcheck. Highcheck had her hands on it. Maddie Malachik, used to contact, she rips through and they end up calling Highcheck for the foul on it. And that's what you get trained to do. Good work there by Maddie to create that contact and that foul. And then she gets rewarded, goes to the free throw line. And she makes it. Maddie having a good night at the line. 7 free throws she's made now. She has 11 points on the night. Sternberg comes back in for Ellison. And Malachik's going to shoot one more free throw. This one is in, out, and back in again. 12 points for Maddie on the night. And the Otters lead 55-31 on the Park Region scoreboard. 2:33 to go in the first half. Keel now with the ball. There's a screen by Anderson. She was late. Highcheck gets the ball. Now she's going to screen for Sternberg. Sternberg hands off for Anderson. Now up to the top for Hurst. Hurst is going to drive in, shoots it from 6 feet and makes it. Carly Hurst saw an opening with no help. She drives in, gets her 4th point of the ball game. The Otters lead 57-31. Just over 2 minutes to go on the Park Region scoreboard. Pass across from Gustafson to Rebarger. Her shot goes off the bottom of the backboard support, but it was tipped by Sternberg. So the Cardinals are going to keep it. Isley's going to inbound it under their own basket here. Just over 2 minutes to go. The Otters trying to get out of this game healthy. Malachik shoots a three-pointer. It's going to be missed and rebounded by Sternberg. Sternberg gets her 7th rebound of the night to go along with 5 assists. Bryn yet to score here in the second half. She had 6 threes in the first. And here's a pass from Keel underneath to Highcheck. Nice cut by Julie on the back door. Reese hits her with the assist. The Otters lead 59-31. Norston now brings it across the timeline. Gives it off for Hansen. Hansen to lob pass to the opposite corner for Rebarger. Here's a skip pass. Bella Anderson puts her hand in the air, kind of punches it, but it ends up getting the steal. It's 24 turnovers for Willmar. And the Josh Steer is going to just do a quick substitution timeout. And right now, the Otters have all 5 seniors on the floor. This senior night, so a little recognition now for Josh Steer for just over a minute to go. You got Sternberg, Highcheck, Morgan Welly, Ari Kruger, and Bella Anderson. Of course, the other senior is a manager, Addie Curry, who's sitting on the bench. Sternberg drives in. She's going to try to do a step through. Has it blocked, but gets it back. And gets her first points of the second half. 22 for Bryn, but she really got the Otters going with a hot start. Hit 3 quick three-pointers. Here's Gustafson now for 3 for Willmar. That shot's off. Kruger trying to get the rebound, doesn't. Norston comes out of there for the Cardinals. She drives across the lane, loses it. Hansen picks it up. Kendall Hansen drives in. She misses it. Bella Anderson goes to the ground, pulls a couple down there. And Bella's okay. Just got kind of flipped around there by Gustafson. We're going to call a jump ball, and the Otters are going to get the possession. And now I think Coach Sternberg is thinking, you know what, let's get Bryn and Bella out of here. We need to have injuries going into the playoffs. So 35.9 seconds to go. Presley Warren now into the game for Fergus, and also Reese Keel. Reese does a little crossover on Gustafson. And passes it back to the top of the key for Welly. To the right side now for Warren. Keel at the top of the key. Over to the left side for Welly. The Fans kind of want Morgan to shoot. Morgan's been very efficient shooting. She's going to turn it over here. It's going to be stolen by Norston. Norston gets it up for Gustafson. They're going to call a foul. And the boys of the basketball team, the boys basketball team, have a little fun with the official here. I thought he was going to call a travel. He didn't. End up calling a foul on Reese Keel. That's going to be her first 10th team foul on the Otters. Gustafson's going to line to shoot a couple with 6.5 to go. She misses the first free throw after making her first two in the first half. Liza Gustafson makes the second. She has 7 points. And the Otters going to run out the last 4 seconds of the ball game. And that's going to do it from Otter Fieldhouse. Reminder, stay tuned for the Olsen Oil Card Express post-game show. That's next. And then, of course, the Quality Toyota player of the game as well. Our final score in the Park Region Ottertail Telecom scoreboard, Fergus Falls 61, Willmar 32. Park Region service beyond the connection. You're listening to Otter Girls Basketball on KBRF.
What's the record for the biggest walleye? What's the record for the largest goldfish? Wait, what? Never release aquatic animals or plants into our lakes and rivers. Help protect our waters and native species.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
We're proud to be a part of this community.
And proud to be your dealership.
Minnesota Motor.
Olsen Oil Card Express of Fergus Falls is your one-stop shop. Propane tank refills? Check. Diesel for your trucks? Check. Gas, propane exchange, and bulk delivery? Check, check, and check. Olsen Oil Card Express, supporting Otter sports. The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Scott DeBrito. I had the privilege of wearing the Otter uniform. Today, I have the privilege of representing FM Bank here in Fergus Falls. Show your Otter pride with our Otter debit card. Stop in and see us or visit our website at mybankfm.com.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
All right, welcome back to the Otter Field House. Nick Keel with you, 1250 KBRF. Also simulcasting tonight on the Fergus Now app, the KBRF YouTube channel. Derek Sidian producing the video for us tonight. The Otters win tonight big. They had a outstanding first half. They end up winning 61-32, led 35-15 at the half. Let's go over some statistics. Both teams did not do a great job of taking care of the ball tonight. Both teams with 24 turnovers on the game, but the Otters shooting much better from the field, especially in the first half. 24 turnovers for Brandon Hedke and the Willmar Cardinals. They finished the regular season at 13-13. Kendall Hansen made a couple free throws for 2. Brielle Ogdahl had 7 points. Talili Lang ended up with 3 points tonight. Madison Norston made 1 free throw for 1. Maddie Malachik was the bright spot for Willmar. She ended up with 12 points tonight. Liza Gustafson had 7 points for the Willmar Cardinals. They end up with 32 points for the game. For Fergus Falls, Julia Hychek had 6 points. Reese Keel made a 3-pointer. Carly Hurst had 4 points for the Otters and 4 rebounds. Bella Anderson, 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists from Bella. She was catching it and cross-court passing it to Ruby Ellison and Bryn Sternberg, especially in that first 10 minutes of the ball game. Bryn hit 6 threes in the first half. She had 20 at halftime, only 1 field goal in the second half, but Bryn ended up with 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 22 points unofficially. Ruby Ellison ended up with 14 points tonight for the Otters. She also had 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Hattie Fullhart fouled out kind of early tonight. The calls didn't go her way, but she had 7 points and 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Presley Warren scored 1 point and had 1 assist. Fergus Falls, they win tonight big over Willmar, 61-32. We'll be back with the Quality Toyota Lake Country Graphics player of the game. You're listening to the Olson Oil Card Express postgame show in Otter Girls Basketball on 1250 KBRF.
TI, your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
So good senior night for the Fergus Falls Otters as they usher out the senior graduating class of 2025 with the victory. Otters beat Willmar 61-32. And this game and the Quality Toyota Player of the Game t-shirts are brought to you by Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics is your apparel source for personalized printed and embroidered clothing and accessories. Go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. It's Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls, 218-998-4027. Well, it is time for Quality Toyota Lake Country Graphics Player of the Game, and we had a lot to choose from the first half. The Otters really played well, but Bryn Sternberg got off to a fantastic start, hitting 6 threes. I think she made 6 of her first 8 shots. It got the Otters out to a big lead in the first half. She finished with 20 in the first half, 1 field goal in the second, also 7 rebounds and 5 assists. So your Quality Toyota Lake Country Graphics Player of the Game tonight is Bryn Sternberg. For screen printing and embroidery and custom apparel with the best in personal service around, contact Lake Country Graphics, 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. You can give them a call at 218-998-4027. Just a quick look at some of the scores in the CLC tonight. The Otters win 61-32. Alexandria was leading Detroit Lakes with 10 minutes to go in the second half, 65-17. No update on Brainerd, but they were leading the Crush 52-12, so they secured second place in the Central Lakes Conference with that win over the St. Cloud Crush. Ricori beat Sauk Rapids Rice 53-13. The Underwood girls beat Park Christian up at Park Christian High School, so they win that game 52-40. Battle Lake girls beat Henning girls today 55-41. Breckenridge over Staples Motley 87-33. On the boys' side, last update, West Central area was beating Montevideo with 1 minute to go in that game, 57-46. Frazee big over Battle Lake 81-57. Ross Say over Parker's Prairie 68-62. Looking to see if I can get an update on that Pelican Rapids game against Barnesville tonight. It was a big game for them. Barnesville leading it in the second half, 55-45. Well, that's it from the Otter Fieldhouse. Once again, the Otters win their season finale by a score of 61-32. Bryn Sternberg is the Quality Toyota Big Country Graphics player of the game. She scored 22 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists tonight for the Fergus Falls Otters. Girls will be in action next Thursday night. Usually that game is about 7 o'clock, but that'll be determined sometime tomorrow afternoon as the seedings come out. Otters looking to be the 2 seed, and will play the 7 seed St. Cloud Crush. Should be next Thursday night, approximately 7 o'clock, either at Roosevelt or at Kennedy gyms. And I will have the call on 12:50 KBRF. That schedule will come out from Craig Olson next week as well. Otters win big, 61-32. Thanks for listening to Otter Girls Basketball on KBRF.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRFradio.com video streaming production. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company and your Otter Tail Power Company pregame show. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeouts. Ogstead Plumbing and Heating with your game time and temperature. Viking Cafe and Fergus Falls Apothecary with your keys to the game. Olson Oil Card Express and your Olson Oil Card Express postgame show. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Otter Tail County AIS Task Force, Liberty Business Systems, Service Food of Fergus Falls Monument, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated, Otter Tail Coaches, and FM Bank of Fergus Falls.